The silver ship descended through the purple clouds of Zephyra Prime like a falling star Amy had never seen before. The human vessel was smaller than her people's, massive bioships, but something about its clean, angular design made her heart race. With curiosity, she pressed her pale blue fingers against the observation deck window, watching as the alien craft landed in the crystal fields beyond her city. Amy belonged to the Zephyrian Council, a race of tall, elegant beings with luminescent skin and large violet eyes. Her people had ruled this sector of space for over 10,000 years, yet they had never encountered humans until 3 cycles ago, when the first explorer ships arrived. The Council declared humans too primitive, too dangerous, but Amy found herself drawn to their strange ways. The human pilot emerged from his ship, wearing a simple gray uniform that hugged his muscular frame. His name was Jake Martinez, and he moved with a confidence that both thrilled and terrified her. Unlike Zephyrians who glided gracefully everywhere, humans walked with purpose, each step claiming the ground beneath their feet. Amy had watched him from afar during the official meetings, always wondering what drove these creatures to push so far into unknown space. That evening, Amy made a decision that would change everything. She slipped away from the council chambers and made her way to the human encampment. The guards barely noticed her cloaked figure moving through the shadows. Jake was alone in his temporary shelter, studying star charts by the light of a portable device. When she appeared at his doorway, he looked up without surprise, as if he had been expecting her. His brown eyes held a warmth that made her skin shimmer. With nervous energy, "You are the council member who watches from the back during meetings," he said in carefully practiced Zephyrian. "Amy, daughter of High Chancellor Vera." She nodded, unable to speak. The proximity to this alien being made her feel things she had never experienced before. His scent was different from her people, earthier, more alive somehow. "Why do you come here?" she finally managed to whisper. Jake set down his charts and stood slowly. "Because I have been watching you too, and I think we both know there is something happening between our peoples that goes beyond politics." Amy stepped into the shelter, feeling as if she was crossing an invisible line that could never be uncrossed. "My people believe humans are dangerous, that you will destroy everything you touch." "Maybe they are right," Jake replied, moving closer. "We do have a tendency to change things, but not always for the worse." He reached out slowly, giving her time to pull away. But Amy found herself leaning into his touch. His fingers were warm against her cool skin, and where he touched her, a soft golden light began to glow beneath the surface. This was forbidden among her people. Physical contact with aliens was considered contamination. "Your skin," Jake whispered in wonder. "It responds to me." Amy looked down at the golden patterns spreading across her arms like living tattoos. "This has never happened before. I do not understand. Then we will figure it out together." Over the following weeks, Amy began sneaking away every night to meet with Jake. He showed her human music literature and something called movies that told stories through moving pictures. In return, she shared the deep history of her people, the songs of the crystal caves, and the ancient dances that called the moons into alignment. But it was more than cultural exchange. Something was changing in Amy at a biological level. The golden patterns appeared more frequently, and with each meeting they grew brighter. Her strength increased, her reflexes sharpened, and she began to understand concepts that had always been beyond Zephyrian comprehension. "I think I know what is happening," Jake said one night as they sat together watching the triple moon rise. "My people have a theory about evolutionary triggers. When two compatible species interact intimately, they can unlock dormant genetic potential." Amy traced the golden veins now permanently visible along her arms. "You mean humans are changing me?" "We are changing each other." It was true. Jake had begun exhibiting abilities unknown to baseline humans. His eyes now held flecks of violet that allowed him to see in the darkness. His hearing had sharpened to match hers, and his lifespan was extending beyond normal human parameters. The discovery terrified and exhilarated Amy, but their secret could not last forever. Council Enforcer Captain Lisa Wong discovered them together in the crystal caves during what should have been a private moment Amy was teaching. Jake to hear the song of the living crystals when Lisa appeared with a full security detail. "Step away from the contaminated female," Lisa commanded Jake in broken Zephyrian. "You have violated the isolation protocols." Jake moved protectively in front of Amy. "She is not contaminated, she is evolving." "Evolution or corruption." Lisa raised her weapon. "The result is the same. Remove yourself, human, or face the consequences." Amy felt something new rising within her, a fierce protective instinct that burned through her veins like liquid fire. The golden patterns flared brighter than they ever had before, and suddenly she was moving faster than Zephyrian physics should have allowed. She disarmed Lisa before anyone could react her strength, now matching that of the Enforcer Captain. "You will not harm him," Amy declared, surprised by the steel in her own voice. Lisa stared in shock at the glowing being before her. "What have you become?" "Something new," Amy replied. "Something better." The confrontation brought the truth before the council within hours. Amy stood trial for contamination while Jake was held in detention awaiting deportation. But Amy was no longer the compliant council member she had been. The changes had awakened, something primal and powerful. "You have betrayed your own species," High Chancellor Vera accused her daughter. "These humans are a plague that will destroy our purity." Amy looked at the assembled council members, their faces cold with disapproval. "Purity through stagnation is not strength, it is death. We have been the same for 10,000 years while these humans have risen from nothing to cross the galaxy in mere centuries. Because they destroy everything they touch. Because they adapt and grow and change." Amy stepped forward, the golden light beneath her skin pulsing with each heartbeat. "They do not destroy, they transform. And they have transformed me into something stronger than I ever was alone." The council voted for exile. Amy was stripped of her titles and told to leave Zephyrian space forever. Jake was released to her custody as if he were a dangerous pet rather than a sentient being. But as their ship lifted off from Zephira Prime, Amy felt no sorrow, only anticipation. Jake had shown her star charts of human space colonies spread across dozens of worlds, each one different from the last, each one adapting to its environment and thriving. "Where do we go now?" Jake asked as they broke atmosphere. Amy looked at the navigation display showing the vast expanse of unexplored space beyond both human and Zephyrian territories, somewhere new together. The ship turned toward the unknown, carrying two beings who had become something greater than either species alone could achieve behind them. Zephira Prime continued its eternal orbit unchanged while ahead lay infinite possibilities. In the months that followed, other mixed pairs began appearing across the galaxy. Humans and Zephyrians who had found each other, despite the barriers. Their children would be something unprecedented. Hybrids with the best qualities of both species. Amy had not just found love, she had helped birth the next stage of galactic evolution. And it all began when Jake Martinez touched her world, and she decided to follow him into the stars.